Brothers, look at this table. Look at that moon. House of Israel, it's a new moon tonight. That's right.
Glory.
Hallelujah.
What's that in the sky?
A chariot with a message. Happy new moon, Israel. Look at it shine. Let's raise them high, brother. To the new moon. Happy new.
Go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go. It's the end of times. Tell me what you gonna do. Better think quick, cause the time is coming soon. Copping hand warmers and some chicken noodle soup. Acid rain, clear it out, it's gonna hit your body too. Niggas always talking, always walking up with tools. When the military come, they gon' be asking you for food. We in Babylon, it's all these crayon colors too. Tanks look like Megatron, the cars just really cool. Pop the 40, looked up in the sky, see it's blue. Seen all the fire in the clouds, ain't nobody knew. Look around the places, all these faces looking new. Everybody shocked, but we already knew. Natural reaction from God, even if you wanted, you couldn't sue. All these nations gonna annihilate this nation, gonna be through. Martial law like Tekken, all these guns, they gonna be Drew. If you would read the Bible, we the ones that he gonna choose. Go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go.
The heat gonna be fervent, hotter than an oven or a furnace. Flames source the earth melt, everything on surface. Fire bun, the red dragon and his daughter full of serpents. His ingredient was purchased. Pick up the Oppenheimer, he served his purpose. The nations that devoured us should eat up their old flesh. Watch your eyeballs dissolve, grotesque. Areola soap disrupts your protest. Hearing people scream, no it's not a dream, not a dream. Nuclear war interrupts your live stream. Evil black messiah who redeems. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Nah, that's the chariot coming back to save the game. It's a bloodline thing, we not the same. You think this shit a game? We about to rage, look in the sky. Blue beam movie, distraction from what's really happening. All these heathens, they astonished. Look at the lights and look at the violence. Look at the weather, look at the power. They got spacecraft, no real pilot. They tryna break through when they wildin'. When the land break through, y'all gon' be silent. He coming back for who really solid. Surrounded by water in a dome that's solid. Glass jar, hard bars. I'm in predictions like Bart Simpson's top mark. Charge, shoot far down below. Protect your neck and protect your soul. We in the land where anything goes. Far above your atlas, demons get no access. Evangelists, activists, and I do get active. Christianity, insanity, deserted like a cactus. Pricked by the Blix, automatic acrobatics. Make a heathen air dynamic, floating backwards. I carry iron like my son is a blacksmith. Heavenly realms, heavenly dwell in the Torah.
Shalom, Khan. You good, King?
Shalom, shalom. Kwame Yashala.
Come on, y'all.
Ashar Kadash Shirak. Happy New Moon, y'all. Kwame Yashala. Habatha Yashala. Barakatha Yashala. Shalom. Kwame Yashala, y'all. Today's new moon is brought to you by the House of Israel. We got House of Israel Atlanta in the building, right? We got House of Israel Detroit in the building. We got House of Israel North Carolina in the building. We got House of Israel Chicago in the building. Kwame Yashala, Habatha Yashala, Barakatha Yashala, man. Right? Today's subject matter is children born in vain. Talking about these disrespectful children, man. These disrespectful children that need home training. They need Yahweh training. They need more training than a bicycle with training wheels. These young children are out of their minds nowadays. No respect, no culture, no discipline, no ethics, no morals, no principles, no reading comprehension. Talk about that too. No reading comprehension, no understanding, no guidelines in life, no honor, no dignity, nothing. But just learning how to dance, shake their backside, chase money, and get high. That is all these children know how to do. And be extra disrespectful any way possible. And let's talk about it today, man. Let's talk about it, man. You know, this was brought by a crazy event. This was inspired by a crazy event. I'm not sure if y'all know about what happened in Chicago. The mother, I think she's 31, the young mother in Chicago. The young mother in Chicago that was jumped by a bunch of children, right? They look like some preteens, probably some of them probably early teens. I'm not exactly sure their ages, but we're going to dive into it. But a mother was attacked, a mother that is pregnant and walking with two other young children. They put 4 people in danger. They put the mother in danger because she's a mother that suffers from sickle cell, right? You don't know if she was going through a episode or not. They put the children in danger, the young boy who they was picking on and his little sister that was there. You can hear the little sister crying during the altercation and everything. It was horrible. And then they put the mother's unborn baby in danger. Like, there's a saying I always say, and I think I don't say it enough, but who raised you? Who raised these children? Who raised them to the fact that they are so heartless and so animalistic and so wicked that they would attack a woman that is pregnant? Ain't like the woman was trying to fight them. I seen them swing first. I seen them follow, stalk, badger, and attack a pregnant woman with full intent to hurt her and beat her in front of her children. Full intent. Regardless if they're children or not, regardless if they're quote unquote, oh, these are young children, they're almost babies, they're damn disrespectful babies. They're babies that wasn't raised right, and they're children born in vain. They're born in vain because if they ain't adding nothing to the society besides perpetuating the curses, man, what are they doing? What are they doing? This is why this movement of being an Israelite, of awakening to your full purpose of being an Israelite is so important. It's so important for you to awaken and become an Israelite. It's so important because once you become an Israelite, you open up the door to a culture that makes you a better person. The only real G code is the laws of God. A lot of our people get caught up in that street code, right? That was made by broke Italians, bum-ass Italians, broke in impoverished Irishmen and broke corrupt Jewish men. That mafia, street life, organized crime, criminal activity, that was all Lucky Luciano, Al Capone. You know what I'm saying? Those were those guys. You know what I'm saying? Bugsy Siegel, right? We were just talking about Philly. Like homeboy named Beanie Siegel. He named himself after Bugsy Siegel. The Murder Inc. crime family. They was charged with over 100 murders. You know what I'm saying? Who else? John Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Irv Gotti with Yo Gotti. All the stuff you get from white dudes, man. That's not our culture. Our culture is the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. That's our real culture. Abner, are you available to read, King? Or I can have my son read.
I'm here, King.
Con. Yeah, you know the first Bible verse I want to go to, right, is the book of Joshua, right? I'm gonna have one part on. You could just chill for now. The book of Joshua, chapter 1, and like start at verse 7.
Yeah, I was looking up everything you were saying. The book of Joshua, start at verse 1.
Chapter 1, verse 7.
Chapter 1, verse what, King?
Verse 7.
Okay, Con. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 7. And everybody have it? Say Con. Only be thy strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law.
Right? You got to be strong and courageous and do everything right according to the law, statutes, and commandments. Read on.
Con, which Moses, my servant, commanded thee.
Right?
Turn
Moses, his servant, commanded him, right? Read on.
Con, turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest.
That you mean what?
That thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest.
So that we may prosper wherever that we go. Right? That's the thing. We want to prosper in our ways. We want to prosper in the law, statutes, and commandments, right? This is the way that you're supposed to prosper. This is what you're supposed to teach your children, right? This is the way that you break the generational curses, man. Because that's what we under. We under generational curses, man. Right? Let me get that in Deuteronomy 28 and 54. We under generational curses.
Come on. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54.
Come
on. Salaki. Come on. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
Stop right there. So men that's supposed to be leading the nation in brotherly love and respect and honor and dignity, their eyes going to be turning evil towards their brother. And you know your eyes evil towards your brother if you not only want to harass and make his life miserable, but you turn that affliction also onto his mother. And we see it all the time in the hood. Man, I shoot up that nigga mama house. What? What she got to do with y'all beef? I'll shoot up that dude grandmama house. your eyes so evil towards your brother that now you want to get the women and children involved. That's no honor, especially when you're dealing with your own nation. What's going on with you, bro? There's no self-preservation that's going on with us. We just on a extra crash out into oblivion, man. Read on, that.
And toward the wife of his bosom,
Go ahead.
and towards the remnant of his children,
The what?
which he, and towards the remnant of his children,
Come on.
which he shall leave.
Which he shall what?
Which he shall leave.
Which he shall leave, man. The remnant of his children, which he shall leave. And look what happens when he leaves his children. Now his children become monsters. His children are harassing, disrespecting, and destroying other children. That's what they're doing. Harassing, destroying, and disrespecting other children. That's what his children are doing. And we can't have this keep on going on like this. It can't keep on going on like this. At some point, the men of our nation have to step up and be men. And the women of our nation need to sit the hell down and be women. And stop trying to be a damn man and woman in your household because you're failing that way. It's failing. Let me get Isaiah 3 and 12.
Isaiah 3 and 12.
Time. Isaiah 3 and 12.
Fine. And Salaki, can I say something, Deacon?
Go ahead, King.
Khan, and you guys got to understand what the deacon is telling you. 50 years, over 50 years, women have been raising our children, and you see the outcome. It's not that we don't trust our women.
Right.
It's that they are considered in the Bible the weaker vessel. However, comma, this is what the nations, Esau, which we say so-called white man, and other nations understand that. Let these women raise these kids. And this is why we have this, what the deacon's talking about. So you guys are like, oh, no, it's not. No, it's true. Most of the people raised by single women. And there's no fathers in the house to show that we say OGs, that eldership. They don't show the sternness of what it is to be a man. Because if these young men was men, there's no reason they would go ahead and do what they did. Okay. So you wanted Isaiah
in my household.
Go ahead,
let me make this clear, right? Because we absolutely don't hate our women. We love our women, right? And there are some women that do the best job they can do, man, with the circumstances they're dealt, with the hand they're dealt. But then too much of our sisters are prideful and they get caught up in the curse and they feel like I could be mama and daddy. I don't need nobody. I don't need no man. Yes, you do. Hold what you got, Ak. Hold that Isaiah 3 and 12. And give me Proverbs 11 and 1.
What's that again?
Like, that's a false balance, sister. You thinking you could raise Proverbs 11 and 1.
Okay.
Right? It's a false balance, sister. You thinking that you could raise these children by yourself is a false balance. You're supposed to remain in your feminine and allow that man to be the masculine. Allow that man to be the disciplinary, the structure, the provider, right? The stern voice, the logical conscience, the person that penalizes. Allow that man to be a man in your household instead of you trying to rule over your man and rule over your household, and then sooner or later your children are gonna rule over you.
God.
That's what happens. That's what a lot of people don't get. That on the chessboard, once you take out the king, chess game is over. The queen doesn't move by herself on the chessboard. Once the king is off the chessboard, game is over. You don't continue the game of chess with just the queen. The game is over. Once the king is gone, the game is over. And that's what these other nations are playing with us. They're playing chess and not checkers. Y'all think they playing checkers. They playing chess with y'all. They're trying to get you to remove your king. So now the queen done overthrew the king, and now the king is not in the castle. What's gonna happen? Now the infiltrators are gonna come in the castle and overthrow it, or the queen's own subjects, which is the children, they're gonna overthrow it because they done lost respect for her. And trust me, a lot of you mothers, your children already lost respect for y'all. You on the internet with your whole booty cheeks out, with all the yams out, all the yams out. Why you saying, "Oh, I love my son so much"? No, you don't. You think your son want to see you on the internet with all your yams out, and then Most High forbid any of his friends that he played the Xbox or PS5 with come across your OnlyFans and then put it in the group chat. Yo, this your mom's B? Yo, I'm about to subscribe. Diabolical.
Good.
Diabolical. I'm about to subscribe. Now, this young man that been loving you his whole life since the day he was born, right? Probably love you more than any nigga you let hit it, is now got to deal with these dudes clowning you for being over promiscuous in your grown age. And now he got to deal with that. So what's he gonna do? He's either gonna crash out on them, crash out on you, or crash out on somebody random. And most likely, the young bull is gonna do all three. He's so upset that this woman he been loving and kissing on his whole life, thinking about damn, she on OnlyFans sucking on Rod. What the hell? I don't want to kiss my own moms no more. I hate women because my mom's was just like you. You no good, nothing, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So you say you love this boy, but you ain't giving up the streets for him. You ain't giving up the internet for him. You ain't giving up the attention for him. Y'all women don't really love y'all children the way y'all say y'all do. Because if you did, you'll get your ass in class, read the Bible, and find a man of the Lord that's going to help raise him the right way. That's what you would do. If you really love your son, your daughter, your children. But you try to do this without a man and replace that man with the government and the internet, and now you got a false balance in your household. Read that for me. Read that Proverbs for me.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
So that's what it is. When you try to be a mother and a father at the same time, but you're shaking your behind on the internet and still being scandalous and all sorts of stuff. I do what I want. I'm grown. No, when you have a child, you don't do what you want. You do what's best for the child. You do what's best for the community that the child is raised in. You do what's best for the nation that the child is a part of. You do what's best for the God that the child has to serve. Y'all gotta realize what's going on, man. That's why we asking you to have a just balance, have that father and mother in the household like it's supposed to be, the way the Most High God made it to be.
Salakia, you coming in staticky again.
How do I sound now?
Still staticky? Give me a test.
Still staticky?
You probably have
check
to
1 2 1 2.
Say it again.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Okay, it's still staticky, but I can understand you.
Let me see. How I sound now?
Oh, good. Clear and concise.
All right, Khan. All praises to the Most High. Let me get a couple more scriptures before we get into the. Matter of fact, let me get one more scripture before we get into this video. Let me get that Isaiah 3 and 12.
Isaiah 2 and 12?
Mm-hmm. 3 and
Okay.
12.
3 and 12. Salakia.
Isaiah 3.
And that's why I'm turning my video off so we can make sure nothing goes wrong. Streaming always takes a lot of the bandwidth. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12. And everybody have it? Say, Khan. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths.
Right? They that lead thee cause thee to error. Right? Can I be heard?
Khan, clear and concise.
All right, they that lead thee cause thee to error, right? So before we get into that, let's get into children being our oppressors. That's what the first part says. It says, children are our oppressors and women rule over them. Right? So children are our oppressors. How do they oppress us? They grow up without a father in the house. Women are ruling over them. Sooner or later, this child becomes too rebellious for the mother. The mother has no longer the energy because she's been trying to do everything herself for the past 12 years. So the mother's running out of energy. Now the child is being rebellious. The mother can't keep up. She's tired. She's been working 2 jobs. She's been hustling. She's been doing whatever. She's been cooking. She's been going takeout. She's been trying to go to school meetings. She's been dealing with this child all by herself in her pride for years. So now the children are rebellious, and now they're outside, right, being oppressive to the people. They're throwing up gang signs, right, twisting their fingers all sorts of ways, right? They're robbing, they're stealing, they're corrupt, they're shooting at each other. The children have become oppressors. And that's what you see in this video we're about to play. You see this woman being oppressed by children. So when you read the Bible, you got to know it's talking about us. Now, granted, every once in a while, a little Edomite will flip out and shoot up a school. Right? And that's only because they're born to love blood. They're born to hunt. Because they have no other excuse. Like, they don't grow up in poverty like we do. Right? They don't really deal with the single parent household like we do. Even though their people have a high divorce rate too, but their people always remarry. That you'll see she's been through like 7 marriages. She'll keep a man around. Eve only have man in and out that's digging her out. They probably even say hi to the children. They do what they do, probably go in the kitchen, drink up all the Kool-Aid, right? Eat up all the snacks, and they out. But our people, children has become our oppressors because women have been ruling over them. And once the women lose control, it's straight chaos. Now the children are oppressing everybody, walking around anybody. Anybody could get it. Anybody. Even a pregnant woman with sickle cell. So let me go to the
Khan.
We go to the share screen.
And Khan, Israel, you guys got to understand, when you call the police, when you call the firemen or the fire department, the police department, who you wishing show up to your house? A man. Okay? So the deacon is talking, you know, it makes sense, Israel. You don't want a lady with makeup on and long eyelashes. You want a man. You want a fixer. And this is what we do. This is what we do. Shalakia.
Yeah, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, if there's a fire in the house, they want some big, strong men that could come through and put them over the shoulder, right? Put them over the shoulder and drag them out that house. Even though that fire be blazing, right? Me and the Ak over here, Johanna, we was talking about one of the other Akim he was talking to, who has a when you go up into those houses that it can knock you off your feet, and make you want to take a knee because the heat like it got like a weight to it, it got pressure to it, and then the heat rises, so it's like it's heavier on your head. It makes you want to go down, right? It makes you want to lay down. You know what I'm saying? So in that firefighting suit, the firefighting suit itself and all the equipment, that's like what, 100 pounds? So sisters, do you really want in the middle of a fire, you want a woman to come through or a man to come through? Let's be honest. Let's be serious. You want that man, so don't say you don't need no men, man. It's crazy that that saying is crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy, and it's absolutely unbelievable. I don't believe you when you say that. You just say you don't want a man to tell you what to do, right? That's what you're saying. I don't want no man to tell me what to do. The saying you don't need a man, that's crazy. In honesty, you need a man to tell you what to do. Like the best thing a man can ever do is protect you from yourself. We talking about fires and stuff like that. But the best thing a man can do is protect you from yourself. It seems like my screen sharing is taking forever.
Yeah, Khan.
Let me see what's going on.
It's coming up.
I'm trying to get to the video.
Okay, Khan. So what Deacon is talking about, you know, you ladies.
You should read that one more time. Read Isaiah 3:12.
Khan, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12.
Not too much dead ears on here.
Khan, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. So, you know, you guys got to understand, you know, with that scripture.
Lead thee according to error.
You say something, Deacon?
Go ahead, Doc.
Okay, Con.
Now go ahead.
Yeah, I can't log off your video and then log back in. With the deacons bringing out, as for my people, children are their oppressors. Things have changed, Akim. We see these children getting on main media, social media, doing these mall raids and these store raids and stuff like that. That's your fault because you want to work 16-hour days and stuff like that. We're not blaming the young lady, but at the end of the day, we have daycare, we have all these different things for these children. You're losing them. You can't let the system or a people that are our oppressors raise these children. We bring this out every week. So what the deacon's talking about, children are their oppressors. Ladies, you have to stay with your kids' fathers. Your kids' fathers is not a bank account. They're not just a cash cow. So again, as the class says, disrespectful kids. Where did these come from? I had to deal with my daughter tonight because her mom is something different. I already told mine, listen, this is what it is. As the Mandalorians say, this is the way. I don't care what your mama say, this is the way. Go ahead, King.
No, I just said right.
Oh, okay. Con. Yeah, this is the way, Listen, man, I ain't taking it from my I don't raise my children like it was the 80s. I get it. I probably go to jail. But you ain't going to express yourself. You're not going to use this, whatever it is that's going on in this world. No, you are going to follow the ways of what I tell you to do. And that is the ways of the Most High, the law, statutes, and commandments. And so therefore, I understand you want to do Thanksgiving. I understand you want to do this, but you ain't going to go jump. You ain't going to go jump into your friend's correction. You're not going to jump with your homies because there's a mom, because we don't know what that mama did. But at the same time, you have to respect your elders. And that's out the window because what happened, ladies? You guys don't respect the men. And let's just be truthful. You don't respect the men. So therefore, these boys that you're raising, they're like, well, we ain't got to respect nobody. Because my mama's, what the deacon said, when that child is 12, you guys gotta understand what the deacon's talking about. Every 7 years, children change. When a child is about 11, 10 years old, they already got things figured out. And they're going to do what they're going to do. This is teaching you guys. Middle school, they're ready. So stop playing. They're ready. They understand things. You up there running game and all this stuff. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And, you seen the lady pictures. Anyway, I ain't going to go in on that. But the bottom line is this. Disrespectful kids, you ladies need to bring back their fathers, regardless of the financial, whatever it is you meant to do. Listen, let these fathers be in these kids' lives. And this is what, the deacons get ready to go into. All right. Once we get this video up, we're going to show you guys like, wow, this is crazy because some of you haven't seen, the video and, hearing what's going on. She's constantly on the news and stuff like that. She has sickle cell, but not one time have they mentioned the father. Not one time has the father come out. So this still makes, parenthood weak. Parenthood is not just the female, it's the father as well. It's the uncle, it's the aunt, it's the grandma, it's the grandfather. That's parenthood. We got to come back to the trenches. All right, stop hating these dudes. You know, that's a personal vendetta against me. I have a lot of kids, and let me tell you, it's something different. But I can tell you this: if mines mess up, and they know me, I'll be there. I was stationed in Fayetteville, what they call Fort Bragg. I drove 6 hours because 2 of my sons got in a fight and they pushed their mom. I ain't gonna go into what I did, but I drove 6 hours to Atlanta and I handled it, and it never happened again.
Right.
Con, just had to bring that out. That was years ago. They're good. They're alive.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people need that though. A lot of people need that extra disciplinary. That I'm gonna tell your father. You know what I'm saying? But once you take that away, Ak, it's like a door being open, like a lock being loose, a gate being torn down. And our sisters got to realize that, like, them children had absolutely no respect for that woman. Like, I'm having a hard time getting this video up. I don't know why. Right? So we got a hard time getting this video up.
Hey, Satan. Satan don't want you to bring it out.
Right. Because the Ak shared it to. Yeah, see if we could do it on your end.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, but you see in the video, these children are straight clowning her. Like, look how ashy her ankles is. You know what I'm saying? They had zero respect for her at all. But I guarantee you, the tables will be turned if there was a man next to her demanding respect. Like, who you talking to like that, little son? Who you talking to like that? Go get your father. Like, go get your father. Like, go tell your father I hit you. Go get your dad. And one thing they probably bring back is an angry so-called black woman. Talk about don't you hit my kid. Don't you say anything to my kid. Don't you da 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 da. Like, no, you should be doing this. But since you can't, that's what's gonna happen. A lot of these children are gonna die out here, man. Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with y'all. I gotta work on my spirit. Because if I see a bunch of children trying to jump my pregnant wife, I'm gonna be over there looking like the Hulk. I'm gonna be grabbing them by the ankles and hitting one of them with the other one. Ba ba boom. Boom boom bang. Like twisting them around in the air and then tossing them into the trash can.
I got the video. It's going in a little bit, but I think she has her father or she has the baby daddy in the video. But
do you have the actual video when she's gonna jump?
Yeah. They showing her. I watched a little bit of it, and they showing her getting punched against the fence and stuff like that.
All right, bet. Yeah, put it in the share.
All right, Con. Can you see it? I didn't hit play yet. I'm gonna play it, okay?
No, I don't see it. Did you hit the share?
I hit shared, and I didn't play it yet. Let me see if I played. Do you see it now?
No, I don't see it.
Okay, Con. Let me see something. Man, she was fighting for her life. All right. It says that Sharon is telling. All right, let me go back to present. Oh, maybe I gotta. It says share screen. Don't show
Yeah,
this
hit the share
again. Let me
screen.
see.
It says like a plus by
Okay,
a
I hit share
TV.
the. It says because I'm on the laptop where I'm sharing it, so it says okay. So I hit share screen where it says select to share. I click on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It says the site will be able to see contents window. Okay, here we go. I think this is it.
Yeah.
All right.
It tells you.
Now are you able to see it? Okay, I'm about to pull it up. Okay, you are in the show. Everyone can hear and see you. Salakia. Salakia Israel. I'm new to this. All right, so video file.
Yeah, just put the share. You don't gotta go no video file. Just share the screen.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Oh, here we go. My bad.
Like the third option or something.
It says stream this. Yes. Okay, here we go, right here. Salakia. Okay. Oh my god. All right, give me a second. It's breaking me through some things. All right, give me a second. It's coming up. All right. It's a go.
You got it?
All right, give me a second.
You got it yet?
Yeah, it's coming. I gotta go to YouTube. It's bringing me to this. It's like a whole bunch of permissions you gotta go through. Salakia. Salakia, Israel.
I think I got it though.
Really?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can share it right quick. Share screen.
Just pull me up this crazy page. Let me see.
Do you see? Do you see on my end? Do you see it on my end? Do y'all see it? Do y'all see it on my end? Hello?
Yeah, Salaki, we don't see nothing right now.
Y'all see nothing?
La.
Let me see. Do you see it now? Do y'all see it now? Do y'all see what I'm sharing now? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Y'all see what I'm sharing now? Oh, the sister said I'm frozen. Let me see if I could restart this thing. Can I be heard?
Yeah, Salakia, Deacon, give me a second. Yeah, what we're trying to do.
Can I be heard?
Act while protecting her children is speaking publicly. She and her son were brutally attacked by a group of kids on Monday, and this video has caught the attention of many across the country. Now, that community is stepping in to help move her out of the South Deering neighborhood. She only spoke to video who was attacked while protecting her children is speaking publicly. Attacked by a group of kids on Monday, and this video has caught the attention of many across the country. Now that community is
You guys see
in.
that? You see that, Deacon Sharpar?
Khan, I see it.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna just keep playing it. Tell me when to stop, okay?
Khan.
CBS exclusive. The mother in this video, who was attacked while protecting her children, is speaking publicly. She and her son were brutally attacked by a group of kids on Monday, and this video caught attention of many across the country. Now that community is stepping in to help move her out of the South Deering neighborhood. She only spoke to our Sade Gray about this horrific story.
She and her son were brutally attacked with her young daughter just steps away. Her legs are bruised and it's hard for her to walk. But what hurts her the most is her children are still suffering.
My son is he's very screaming. He's screaming, "Mommy, are you there?"
Hatter says her 9-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter are traumatized after watching their mom get attacked by a group of kids. In this video, we've blurred the faces of those involved because they're all after she was dragged to the ground because of how brutal it is. Her son was beaten, and she says one of the kids pulled her daughter's hair. Her daughter stood off to the side crying, watching her brother and mother get attacked.
I felt helpless because I was down on the ground and he was down on the ground, And he's looking at me screaming like, "Mommy, please help me, help me." I couldn't get up myself. I couldn't do nothing.
She's sick. She has sickle cell. So I guess they seen a little weakness on her because she's, kind of walking a little slow. And they have no right to put their hands on an adult.
That's her partner, Devon Lee, who was at work when the attack happened. Hatter went on to tell me that her son has been bullied for the past 2 years at Orville T. Bright Elementary School because of the way she walks and talks, all of the results of her sickle cell disease. Hatter tried to talk to the school about the bullying, but she says they didn't do anything about it. Yesterday, a large group of parents came their support for the mother and to put an end to bullying. The community immediately stepped in. Hatter says she's pressing charges against the parents of the kids who attacked her. As for her children, they'll be transferred to a different school. She's looking.
Yeah, so basically the sister look like she does have a man in her life. I just don't understand. Can I be heard? Y'all hear me, right?
John Deacon.
Yeah, the sister do have a man in her life. I just don't understand how she had to go to school and complain. I think that's why us men got to be men and take charge of certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Just like let a man be a man and take charge of a situation. I know sometimes brothers don't want to get put in that category because they'll put us in a category. Oh, there goes the angry black man. You know what I'm saying? So this is why our brother also has to be a little bit seasoned with salt when he communicate, but still be stern enough and straight to the point enough where you're demanding respect. But definitely a father should have stepped in because you said the boy's being picked on for 2 years. My son can't be picked on for 2 days. I'm there the next day. And there's gonna be some straightening. There's gonna be some straightening. There's gonna be some respect given. There's gonna be something going on. You know what I'm saying? And also, we have to go back to community raising children. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm guessing these other children, they didn't have no fathers in their lives because a father would have taught these children better, like especially coming after a woman that's pregnant, a woman that looks sickly, she got sickle cell. I don't allow my sons to play too rough with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I always make my sons realize the difference between a woman and a man. And then my daughter, I always teach her not to have no attitude and respect her elders. And she 3 years old, and I'm heavy on that already. So there has to be some discipline given and some straightening going on inside the household, man. All these women just gonna give birth to monsters, man. Like the scriptures say. Let's bring out that scripture, man. That 2 Ezra 5 and 8. Let's bring out that scripture.
Con. Con. 5 and 8.
Con.
Con. This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 5, verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and mischievous women shall bring forth monsters.
Shall do what?
And mischievous women shall bring forth monsters.
Right. Menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. Monsters, yo. Right? Seriously. Monsters. They calling themselves demons. They're acting like demons. They're acting like monsters. That's what they're doing right now. Acting like monsters. Demons and monsters, yo. Right? What's a goon to a goblin, right? They've been goony goo goos, they've been goblins and monsters. Right now they call themselves demons. Menstruous women have been bringing forth monsters. They don't gotta be Halloween. They monsters every damn day. That's what they are. Right? So it said the fire shall come out. That's talking about a bunch of wars. It says the wild beasts shall change their places. And we see that. We seen like sharks in the water in New York. We seen like random animals wandering around in the streets. The other day they said they seen a mountain lion in the city. And they also said menstruous women, that's when a woman is menstruous, that means she's capable of giving birth, right? Once a woman starts her menstruation system, she gets her flower, you know what I'm saying? She starts having her period. Right? So it says menstruous women, they're going to start bringing forth monsters. Monsters, yo. So we got to be careful with how we raising our children, because if we're not raising our children in Torah, we're raising them as monsters, man. Let me get Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy, I think it's 6 and 9.
6 and 9. Con.
Yeah, 6 and 4, actually.
6
Yeah,
and 4.
Deuteronomy 6 and 4, yeah.
Con. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
See, the Lord our God is one Lord. Right? We don't got a different Lord from the Old Testament to the New Testament. That is a Christian lie. And I guarantee you, these children, like, there's a chance they might be Muslim, right? There's a chance because Chicago does have a high Muslim population. But I would bet my bottom dollar, if we was in a casino right now, Christian. I'll bet my bottom dollar these children are raised as Christians. And what has Christianity taught our children? Let's talk about it. In every hood is at least 5 to 10 Christian churches posted up, claiming to have the good news and love thy neighbor and all sorts of stuff and the love of Christ. Where was the love of Christ when they was jumping that woman? Not only has the single mother household failed, but the Christian church has failed horribly. 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 The Christian church has failed. These children do not have the love of Christ in them. Only people that the Christian church, especially the Black Christian church, the only people that the Black Christian church teaches our children to love is the white man. Not their own men, not their own women, not their mothers, not their fathers. The white man. The white man. That's who they get taught to love. Sir Esau himself. That's the Captain America. They Chris Kringle. They Ken Doll. That's who the Christian church. They're baby white Jesus. Cesare Borgia. That's who they get taught to love. Not people that look like them. That's the product of that. If they knew that the Virgin Mary was really a so-called black woman from the tribe of Judah, but her cousin were Levites, so most likely she was dark-skinned. If her cousin was Levites, that means somebody in her family tree on her mama's side was a Levite. Most likely dark-skinned, Southern Kingdom, 2 Southern Kingdom people. I'm saying most likely because you never really know, but most likely very dark-skinned. Right? The real Virgin Mary. Actually, the Pope in them, man. The Pope, he worships a black Madonna, man. Well, let me see if I can get that picture right quick, man.
Yeah, kind of Salakia.
Okay.
So you guys looking, you guys listening to what Deacon Shawpar is bringing out. What has the black church have done? Creflo Dollar. I'm on AI right now. Creflo Dollar's impact on black people is a subject of debate. Now, right there, that tells you he doesn't have anything. Basically, it says he did spiritual and economic hope. Supporters see his ministry as off. Listen, this is what the deacon talking about. Creflo Dollar, he's ATL. The only time you really heard about him was when his daughter wanted to go to some party or something. This guy is a multi-millionaire. What is he doing for the black community? And, HOI, we're going to do this class on where did the church come from. It has a lot to do with Constantine. And what the deacon's talking about is you guys keep following falseness. You guys keep following the fakeness, the trendiness. Creflo Dollar has not done anything for the so-called black community. We just use him because he's a multi-millionaire. No one has a trucking business. No one from his church has LLCs. None of this stuff. These men or women, but mostly men, are users. They're users. Right.
Right.
So again, go ahead, King.
No, I was just agreeing. I was saying right.
Oh yeah, Con. So I mean, you guys got to understand. The proof is in the pudding. Stop with this stuff. You guys got to listen. You guys ain't got to follow. You ain't got to be part of HOI. You ain't even got to subscribe. But what we want you to do is utilize and use your own guide given ability. Google. Like one of our old members used to say, you guys think you're smart? Use a smartphone. Okay? Use it. This is what Google is for. Challenge the deacon. And I guarantee you will see, man, black men are the most involved parents in children's lives.
That's right.
Black men are the ones who, she was going to get an abortion, but she was 4 months pregnant and she couldn't get it. That's a true story, by the way. She couldn't get it. So therefore, had to raise this kid. And whether we get the abortion or not, we're going to be an outstanding parent. I'm not downing women who get abortions and stuff like that, but that's a different subject. So what I'm trying to say, so Salaki on that, but the point with the deacon saying, you guys got to pay attention. You guys, the proof is in the pudding. Okay, so we have to stop playing with this. That woman got beat up, and we all feel bad as black men. We do, because as a black man, we don't want to see that. However, why is this going on? It didn't happen 20 years ago.
That's right.
Why is this going on? So, pay attention, Google, research, and understand that everything has a reason. There's no free will. Get out of this Christian rhetoric. My God, this Christian stuff is crazy. So again, you know, what the deacons bringing out, it's a very sensitive subject. However, it needs to be talked about. Go ahead, King. Salakia.
I shared the screen. Do you see it?
What you saying, King?
I shared the screen. Do you see it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Oh, God.
Kai. So you see that? This who the Pope. The Pope is bowing to a black Madonna, a black Virgin Mary, and a black Christ. That's who the Pope bows to, right?
You can make it. You can enlarge it so everybody can see it.
Okay.
Con.
I see. Y'all can see it.
There it is. People gonna think you Photoshop this out.
Yeah, you know, think so, but they can look it up, man. Like you said, use your smartphone to be smart for once, man. Use your smartphone to be smart. Brothers just say that all the time over here in ATL, man. Use your smartphone to be smart.
That's right.
Don't just look up a twerk video or a fight video or a funny video, right? Look up, hey, does the Pope in Rome bow to a black image of Mary and Jesus? And they will show you. Like, it'll show you. Like, there you go, dummy. What you've been bowing to, right? I wish Google would talk back like that. Like, yeah, there you go, dummy. What image have you been bowing to? The white one? Right, laugh at you real quick. But this is why it's important, right? Because they'll try to beat it over your head. Like, why does color matter? Color doesn't matter. You Israelites, you guys are racial idolaters. You make idolatry out of your own race. You guys just worship race. You guys just worship color. No, we just go for the truth, right? Let me get that. Let me get the classic. Let me get John 8:32. Let me get the classic,
God.
We don't worship skin color. We don't worship race, even though we know in God's order there is a chosen race. But color does matter because the truth matters. If color didn't matter, why did they change it in the first place? Don't get mad at the Israelites because we're bringing up the fact that they changed it. Don't get mad at us and say, oh, y'all committing racial idolatry. No. What we're doing is telling you the truth after you've been lied to for so many years. After you've been lied to for so many years, now the Israelites are saying, hey, the true image of Christ is dark skin, woolly hair. That's the true image of Christ, right? He will be called a so-called black man in modern day colloquial terms, Afro-Asiatic. Same thing as you call us Afro-American or Afro-Caribbean, Afro-Asiatic, a black person, a Negroid, whatever you want to say, whatever label you want to throw on us that we accumulated by slavery after slavery, curse after curse, penalty after penalty after breaking Torah, whatever a slave name you want to give us, but yes, we are the people of the book.
That's right.
Whatever slave name you want to try to call us, you niggas is just niggas. You niggas is just black. Jesus was Jewish. That's nowhere in the Bible. They ever called them Jewish. Book, chapter, verse. Do they ever call Jesus Jewish?
God.
They called them a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. So they never called Jesus Jewish. So don't even throw that out there.
That's right.
He was an ethnic Jewish person. No, he was from the tribe of Judah, an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. And according into the Bible, the Israelites are dark skinned, woolly hair, Afro-Asiatic black people, called nigger and all that in the book of Acts. Called nigger and all that. And the Pope knows. That's why the Pope lies to you, but then says, forgive me, Black Jesus. I know I'm Esau. I'm just trying to keep my reign long as I can. Your children should know better. They have Google. You know what I'm saying? Your children don't want to know. Let me reign some more.
God.
Your children don't want to know. They don't
Bring it up.
care.
That's
They're
right.
disobedient. Let me rule over them some more. That's what he's saying. That's his prayer. He's saying, God, allow me and Satan to rule over the earth a little longer. Your children don't want to know. They're calling themselves demons. They're beating up pregnant women.
God.
That's
So
what the
you better
Pope
watch
is
what you
praying
say,
right
Ak.
now.
You're gonna get canceled. They're gonna cancel you, Ak.
Say it again.
No, but we gotta be righteous because that's our real purpose, man. Our real purpose is to be righteous, man.
God.
Go back to Deuteronomy. We was reading Deuteronomy 6. Go to 6 and 4 and read on.
6 and 4.
This is what we're supposed to be doing, y'all. All right, let me take down this. Yeah, 6 and 4.
Con, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord.
So he's the same Lord. He didn't change, right? They tried to change him, but he didn't change. Read on.
Con. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might.
So you're supposed to love God with all thy soul, all thy heart, all thy might, right? You're supposed to turn into Trey Songz. Like you're supposed to love him. You're supposed to love him, man. All that emotion that you give everything else. You see LeBron James dunk, you ready to flip a table and jump and do a break dance. That's the way you're supposed to love God, though. Con? Read on.
Con. And Salakia. Yeah. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart.
Right? These words that he command us shall be in our heart. Read on.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
Thou shalt what?
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
Shall teach them diligently unto thy children. Come on.
And shall talk of them when thou sittest in thy house.
Read.
And when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
You see that? So you're supposed to teach these laws diligently to your children and basically always talk about them. Because when I don't see no space for nothing else. It says when you get up, when you sit down, when you walk, when you rise up. It said that means all the damn time. Because if you're talking to your children about the laws of God and how to conduct themselves before they go to sleep, they're going to remember it. Before they wake up, they're going to remember it. When they wake up, they're going to remember it. When you sit at that table with them, they're going to remember it. When you walk them to school, they're going to remember it. So guess what? By the time they walking home from school, instead of them beating on a sickly pregnant woman, they're going to be like, hey, let's walk her home and make sure she's good. You carrying any bags, sister? You okay? You need help crossing the street? Because I remember brothers used to do that back in my days. It used to be some of the roughest brothers. Some of the roughest brothers rolling dice, gun in their waist, big spliff in their hand, 40-ounce by their foot, right? But then see Miss Johnson or Miss Grace coming down the block. Put that out, yo. Put that out, yo. Hi, Miss Grace.
That's
How you
right.
doing? Need some help with the bags? That's how most dudes used to operate back in the days, man. What happened, y'all? And you know, like me and the brother was talking before the class, there was a deterioration because of crack. Because I seen the crack epidemic hit parents, and those parents wasn't respected, right? Even though as a community we should have tried to heal those parents. You know what I'm saying? Try our best to heal those parents and get them off of that crack, even though that crack was a heavy demon, man. It was a heavy demon, but a lot of parents got disrespected because of crack. Like, you know, a dude will probably see his moms sell her body because of crack, and now he lost respect for her, or see his pop sell the family TV because of crack, and he lost respect for him. So that there was a deterioration and a loss of respect for eldership and parental guidance because of the crack epidemic. But now it's like an all-time high when you just beating on a woman because you see she's vulnerable and sickly. It's at an all-time high now. And it's sad because back in the days, man, you couldn't do that, man. Like my older brother Noel, he beat up his friend because his friend tried to fight his mom's. Like his friend had a argument with his mother, right? This is his friend and his friend's mother having an argument, and the friend rose up his hand and hit his mother on the top of the head. And my brother wilded out and beat his friend up. Like, what the hell you think you're doing? You ain't doing that in front of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just the type of honor that we used to have, even though we should have been going by Torah. Because I think by in Torah, disobedience is stoned to death, don't you? A disobedient, drunken son gets stoned to death. Look what book chapter verse that is up for me. When that disobedient son gets stoned to death. It's a judgment in the Torah. Most High don't like no badass children. We're gonna get to that story with the she bears too, man.
Deuteronomy 18 and 21. Right here.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 18 and 21. Pull that up, King.
21 and 18.
21 and 18?
Yeah, 221. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father, or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto him, then shall his father and mother lay hold on him, and bring him unto the elders of the city, and unto the gates of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of the city, this is our stubborn and rebellious, this is our son, Slakia. This our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard.
Yeah, he's a glutton and a drunkard. All he does is eat and drink. Right, read on.
And all the men of the city shall stone him with stones, that he die.
You see that? Y'all see that, right? So, to all the parents out there, right, who got unruly children, saying, "Oh, you know, nobody better put no hands on my children." Listen, if they too out of order, the scriptures, man, and you know, we not going by the letter of the law because we're under grace. But yeah, chastisement went that far where the whole congregation used to stone that child to death, man. The Most High ain't dealing with no badass children, no baby kids in the kingdom. I'm sorry. No bays kids. Yahweh's children in order. That's what we dealing with, man. We dealing with Yahweh's children in order. No bays kids, right? None of that nonsense. We got to do better as a people, yo. Matter of fact, let's get a classic. Let me get Hosea 4 and 6. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Hosea 4 and 6. Let's get the classic.
That's right.
And are you gonna get that?
Yeah, Con, I got it. I was talking to you. My bad. I had the thing on mute. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children.
And that's what's going on. We done forgotten the law. We done forgotten to teach our children the law, like it says in Deuteronomy 6 and 4 all the way down, right? We forgot to teach our children the law. We forgot to uphold the law and pass it down from generation to generation. And now the Most High done forgot about our children, man. He let our children become monsters. They done become demons. All they do is try to get high to the point where they inhaling damn galaxy gas, inhaling damn carbon dioxide, and damn they're passing out. They're extra freaky and geeky.
That's right.
They wilding out. They listening to NBA YoungBoy, when all he do is say BITCH after every 2 bars.
That's right.
We got to do better as a people, man. We got to do much better as a people. We can't be forgetting the laws of God. We got to pass that down from generation to generation. Let me get Deuteronomy 30. Get Deuteronomy 30 and start at verse 1.
Deuteronomy 30. We have verse.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither the Lord thy God have driven thee, and shalt return unto the Lord. Verse 2. And shalt return unto the Lord thy God, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul.
So the Most High God wants you to teach your children. He said you got to return and your children. So yes, if you have children, you are responsible for teaching them the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
And if they are rebellious, then you do the best you could do. Once they are under your roof, once they're not underneath your roof, and they want to go out to the world and die, that's their choice. But as long as they're under your roof, you're supposed to be doing Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4, all the way down unto 7, or Deuteronomy chapter 30, what we're reading right now. Read on, Art.
Con, verse 3. Just the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 3. That then the Lord thy God will return thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy God hath scattered thee.
Con. So this is what the how can I say, the reward. We see the penalty of not teaching our children. Our children going to die. They're going to be misled. They're going to get into gangs. They're going to become demons and monsters. That is the penalty of not teaching your children the law, statutes, and commandments. They fall underneath those curses in Deuteronomy and the curses that spread it out all through the Bible for disobedient and gainsaying and being rebellious against the Lord thy God.
That's
Being
right.
rebellious against the Lord thy God, man.
Khan, Salakia.
Khan.
I really hope you guys are understanding what the deacon's bringing out. You know, these schools, these daycares are not to raise your children.
Right.
If you believe that these schools and these daycares are to raise your children, you are incorrect. And therefore, because you women want to work 16-hour days, you men want to work 16-hour days and leave these women, but these women are working 12-hour days. Guys, somebody got to raise the kids. This is what the scripture is telling you. There's no such thing as the daycare. That stuff didn't come out until the 80s. I don't know if you guys know that or not. The daycares didn't really start to the 80s. Okay? The brother Shemaiah, RIP to him, he did a class on assimilation. He showed you what the Native Americans went through, right? With the whole church. They practice everything on the Northern Kingdom over here. Duh, fire truck. So we're not saying anything that's new. And then when they brought us over, it was like, hey, here we go. Okay? Listen to what the deacon's telling you. Raise your children. Don't let these teachers raise these children. You raise these children. These teachers, do you understand what these teachers are going through? That a lot of them are adulterers. A lot of them are pedophiles. Okay, let me take that back. Not all the teachers are like that. But the point, what we're saying is, most of us, and Deacon Sharpapar can, he can tell me yeah and nay. I think 90% of my teachers were white when I was growing up.
That's right.
We didn't grow up with black people in our lives. We didn't go to an all-boys school. Listen to what the deacon's telling you guys. All right? Pay attention to what's being taught in these schools. We all know about the LGBTQ, WKRP, and this and that. We already know what's going on with that. However, you have to pay attention. If you're not paying attention and you're letting other people raise your kids, then you don't know what your kids are doing. This is what these scriptures are saying. It was the same thing back then. Here at HOI, we're going to teach you the history, but you do have Google. Okay? So when we read these scriptures, it's a part of history that was going on and that we were going through. All right. So again, you guys got to not just listen to the scriptures, but understand the time. Google it. Hey, what time was this scripture? Oh, they was under this captivity. They was under this and this and this. Okay. So we're just not reading scriptures. We're telling you factual things of what these other nations is going to do to us. Understand, Esau is a hunter. This is what the deacon said earlier. He is a hunter. Jacob is in the tent. He chilling. This is why we play Sega Genesis and Nintendo and all this other stuff. Jake just be chilling. Esau is a hunter. Remember that. He is a hunter. Salakia. Go ahead, King.
All right, but you ain't telling no lie, King.
Say it again.
You ain't telling no lie, King.
Hey, man, Esau is a hunter. Listen, I've been out there in these streets, and just because I was a soldier, we got soldiers in the street. Just because half of these guys ain't went through what I went through, they went through what I went through. You know, just because they ain't get no Purple Hearts or Violers or all this, they got Violers in the streets. But you know what? You don't, no brother's gonna come to your house and give you a plaque. Hey,
right,
Deacon Shepard. Hey, man. I know you laid out 7 of them, but here's your Viler. That shit ain't gonna happen. When I got my Purple Heart, I was blown up in Iraq, and I don't know. I was worried about my family, and nobody came to see me except for, the chain of command. But I was there in my bed by myself with all sorts of shit, all sorts of things missing, So again, guys, what we telling you, we are at war. Listen to what he is saying. Police your children. Mothers, get these dads in there. We're not disrespecting you. However, put these fathers, uncles, male cousins, grandfathers in these boys, in these girls' lives. Go ahead, King.
Right. And also, if you're part of a congregation, put some of the brothers, soldiers, captains, deacons in their lives. You know what I'm saying?
Con.
That's an option too. Because you got to make sure that they are on a straight path, or at least do a path. Because at the end of the day, if they want to choose the world, over the Most High, that's on them. But it's our job just to give them a better option. And there's things that Israel could work on. You know what I'm saying? Because in this captivity, sometimes you got to work that 16-hour shift just to make rent. You know what I'm saying? In this captivity, so that's why a lot of our sisters maybe what you said?
Something's going on with your mic, huh?
With my mic?
Yeah, it's staticky. Yeah. Yeah, exit, then come back in.
How about now?
No, it's still the same. Hold on.
It's still the same? My mic still the same?
1 second now.
Now.
All right, you sound good. Go ahead, Deacon.
I was saying that, brothers are going to make sure to the best of our abilities that your children is on the right path. Now, at the end of the day, if they want to choose the world, that's on them. But at least set your children up where they have an option to succeed and not fail.
That's right.
That's the best you could do as a parent. You got to put your children up to the best of your ability. Give them that option of success, where they are in an environment where positive male role models could guide them and protect them. Now, if they choose to take the straight and narrow path, all praise to the Most High. But if they don't, that's on them. Right? That's on them. But at least give your children a fighting chance by putting righteous men in their life. Not just put any old man in their life. Don't give them Ray from down the block, where he's going to teach them how to cook crack and throw up a gang sign. No, don't give your children that male role model. Or give him a male role model that's a millionaire, but then he's gender fluid. So now all of a sudden your son is moving like Zion Wade, really calling himself Zaya now.
Hey, no Diddy, man. No Diddy.
No Diddy. Right? So you don't want that, right? What you want is a righteous man to enter into your life, whether it be your husband, a brother, a captain, an elder, that's going to help you raise your young men and women in the righteous path. Because that's
right.
very important. That's very important, y'all. Right? And you know, Israel, we can step it up, right? We can have sisters that has studied and volunteer to be quote unquote babysitters, right? Or sisters that could set up programs where we could go to Israelites for after school, because sometimes you got to work that 12-hour shift or that 16-hour shift, or Esau will kick you out your own damn house. Come and repossess your life. You know what I'm saying? Because we're under captivity. Or a lot of sisters may turn off the class right now, right? Or get yourself a sister wife. Because you know you got to work 12 hours, and you know your husband got to work 16 hours. Why not have a sister wife? So when y'all are at your shift, she could be there making sure the household is still godly. And then when y'all get off of y'all shift, she probably do a shift and bring in more money. Just a thought, right? Triangle offense. But don't click off the class just quick yet, sister. It's just a suggestion, and it's a lawful one, right? Because these children need it.
God.
These children need it. These children need constant supervision, because it's us versus the algorithm. Let me repeat that again, because that might be a bar. These children need constant supervision, because it's us versus the algorithm.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a bar. God.
So let's get back to these scriptures, man.
Come.
Let me get Proverbs 22 and 8.
22 and 8?
Yeah.
Come on. Come on, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 8. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity.
Right,
And
that's a great scripture. That's a great scripture. Read on.
Con, he that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his anger shall fail.
And the rod of his anger shall fail, man. You reap an iniquity and you want to get some vanity, right? Because everything is vanity nowadays. They don't care about having a husband as long as they got a Birkin bag. These dudes don't care about managing a household as long as they can have all the yams in the world, right? They rather jump from woman to woman and be carnal and vain and be like, yeah, I done had 7 different women, but what have you done, bro? A man that's not capable of raising a family is not a real man, man. Message. You just a male jumper from woman to woman. You do the same thing a dog does, man. The same thing a damn ape and gorilla do, man. And maybe an ape and gorilla is better at containing a pack than you. That's sad. That's absolutely sad. So all that is just going to increase in your anger, and you're going to eventually fall. Let me get verse 6.
Salaki, can we get the definition of vanity?
Yeah, you can bring that out.
Excessive pride in or admiration of one's own appearance or achievements. I say again, excessive pride in or admiration of one's own appearance or achievements. As they like to say, a narcissist, vanity, excessive pride in or admiration of one's own appearance or achievements. There it goes. The quality of being worthless or futile. We stick with the first one. So excessive pride and admiration of one's own appearance or achievements. This is what the deacon's talking about. You know, you understand that scripture. You know, it's it just makes sense. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity. He that soweth unrighteousness, he that showeth, whatever, shall reap vanity. Come on
Yep.
now.
That's the best you could do. Now, you know what I'm saying? That's the best you can do. Once you have a sinful lifestyle, you have nothing of substance. You can't say like, yo, I never broke my word, or I never hurt nobody, or the ones I'm close to are loyal, or, you know what I'm saying? You can't talk about no honor, no integrity once you live a sinful, unrighteous life. But what you can't talk about is vanity. Like, oh, I got this diamond chain though. I done backstabbed a few friends. I done robbed a few women. I done manipulated my own damn mama. But I got this diamond chain though. I got these red bottoms though. I probably had to sell my behind and went to Dubai and got peed on. But I got this Birkin bag. Right? That's what our people, they reap vanity. Like, I might be a horrible person, but I hit the gym and I got the biggest butt, or I got the biggest muscles. That's what vanity is, right? That's what people they reap. They reap in that vanity, right? But all that does is destroy your soul, destroy your mind, and now you're so full of anger and content, and that's going to happen right before your life begins to fall apart and fail. Because Satan's going to reap what you sow. Satan's going to let you sin. He's going to give you little trinkets while you sin. Or here goes something nice for you. Here goes a nice little card for you. Here goes a little trinket and a happy meal for you. But when it's time, he's going to take all that and then some. He's going to take all that and then some. He's going to tax on you. Because that's his job. To catch you in your iniquity and put tax on that ass.
Salakia. One last one. And this is a very great scripture. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity. Okay, you drug dealers. Now I know I have brothers, cousins. Listen, drug dealers is still one of the most popular things in the black community. Let's just be real. All right. So they reap iniquity, and a lot of drug dealers are very smart. I take my hat off. A lot of drug dealers are very intelligent black men. Okay. However, he that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity. This is why these movies, New Jack City, all these things, and for you younger people that never saw it, watch New Jack City. This is the perfect scripture for that. Okay. So what the deacon's saying, when you think that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go this way, listen, you shall reap vanity. It's not gonna be a good outcome. And this is what he's talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and get that, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this Mickey D's, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get these listen, it's never gonna come to be, you're never gonna be successful. What movie have you watched where a person, we're not even gonna say drug dealer, where a person who was doing bad won? Besides the white man. I'm talking about Black, Hispanics, Native American movies. Where have we won? There's no movie where we won, unless I'm mistaken. Not
being wicked. You know what I'm saying? Not being wicked. We haven't won not being wicked. But even the so-called white man, he make it seem like he won, but like you said, all he reaping is vanity.
That's right.
All he reaping is vanity. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes our people, they become jealous of his vanity, because it's like, why is this cave beast living better than me? But he not really living better than you. He just living more luxurious than you. The word is luxurious. Like luxurious. Like he's not living better though. He's miserable. He got spirits on him. His wife got spirits on him. His daughter is toxic and lies and deceives. His son is a down low mass murderer, killed their puppy on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like,
God.
his own people in the office is finding ways to backstab him so they could take over the company. You know what I'm saying?
God.
So the white man, he lives more luxurious than you, but I guarantee you he does not live better, y'all. There's no
That's
rest
right.
for the wicked.
God.
Thus saith the Lord.
God. Great point. God.
You know, even Donald Trump, man, he's waking up out his sleep in the middle of the night, like Epstein list. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not living better than y'all. Trust me, y'all. But let's get back to Proverbs 22:6.
Khan. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6.
Khan.
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Right? You train up a child the way he must go, man. This is why the Bible tell you in Deuteronomy 6:4, I'm going to keep on repeating it, down to 7, that you're supposed to be drilling that law on them, talking about the gospel, talking about the prophets, talking about prophecy, talking about their culture every single day. Every single day. Like me, I just read that and I feel like I got to step it up. Every single day, you're supposed to be talking to your children about their culture, about what is righteous and unrighteous according to Torah, the law, statutes, and commandments, the Bible, the prophets, their Messiah, the love of the love of Yahushua, man. Where was the love of Yahushua when these children were beating a pregnant woman down to the floor? Where was the love of Christ, man? Where was it? That's what I'm saying. We gotta come back to what we have, and that is the law, statutes, and commandments, man. That is our heritage. That is what makes us a wise and wonderful nation, man. That's what the Most High God gave us. That's our breath of life. We dead without that, man. We got to definitely come back to the real G code, and that's the laws of God.
Right.
So let me get Proverbs again, King. Proverbs 13-24.
Khan. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son.
You see that? A lot of these children need to get their ass whipped. Salakia for the language, man. They need B2A, man. Belt to ass. You sparing that child. You sparing that child thinking that you're showing mercy, but you're really showing hate. Because what real love is correction. If I can't correct you and I can't direct you, how am I supposed to protect you? Right? Real love is correction, man. You got to make sure your children don't become demons, man. Sometimes you got to put that rod to their behind, man. And trust, man, sometimes it pains me even to say no to my daughter, man. She's like my weak spot. But I'll say no real quick if it's something I know that's going to be bad. I'll say no real quick. It's easier with my sons, though. I'll say no to them and then have them do squats and push-ups. But definitely, man, if you love someone, you want to correct them and make sure that they are in order so they could be their best self. I want to see you in your best version of you. So that correction is needed, man. And anyone that denies your correction, man, they don't understand what true love is. And that's a big fact. Big fact.
That's right.
Gone.
Let me get Hebrews, King. Hebrews 12 and start at verse 6.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 6. For whom the Lord, Salakia, God, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourge every son whom he receiveth.
Right? Who the Lord loveth, he chasteneth. He chastises them. He makes sure they're in order. Chastisement, right? When you chasten somebody, it's like you give them a rebuke. You correct them sternly. Right? That's what it means to chastise somebody, to chasten of them. And scourgeth every son. What's a scourge? You should probably look that up, Ak. What's a scourge? A scourge is like a form of punishment. If I'm not mistaken. But look it up right quick. Look up that scourge right quick. Let's get the definition of that.
Con. Scourge is an archaic third person singular present. I'll read the blue part. A scourge, it means to whip, lash, or punish severely, or to cause great suffering or affliction.
Listen to that. It says the Most High do that to every son. He'll whip you out. Right. Well, what's that? The old Pops from the Wayans brothers. You know, Pops, you get that belt, man. Or Pootie Tang, what they call him? Come on now, that belt, man.
Yeah, Pootie Tang.
That's right.
For real. That belt, man, that whip. That's what a lot of these children need, man. That's what all them children need that jump that woman. They need BTA, man, belt to behind, man. That's exactly what they need. It's exactly what they need. And don't think it's abuse. Don't think it's, you know what I'm saying? It's abuse if you damn throw them down the steps or something, or hit them with a wrestling move like a power bomb or something, a pile driver, a suplex or something. But if you grab that belt and you make sure you whip the fear of God in them, if they do something wrong and you will never want them to do that again, that is love, y'all.
That's right.
All right, let's go back to the scripture, King.
Con. Go back to Hebrews 12 and
6. Yeah,
okay.
We're gonna read on to like verse 10.
Okay, come on. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. Verse 7. If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
So what kind of son would you not chastise? What kind of son you allow just to do whatever he wants? I don't let nobody around me do whatever they want. First and foremost, I first recommend them to what the Bible say. And even if they don't want to listen to that, I'll tell them like, yo, what you're doing right now is not even good for you. If I feel like I can't just sit around and watch somebody destroy themselves. Sooner or later, I'm gonna separate myself from them, and I'll probably love them from a distance. But I can't just sit there and watch you destroy yourself. So, what kind of father does not check his son? Right? Read on that.
Con, verse 8. But if ye be without chastisement, Shalakia. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons?
Right. Because the Most High ain't dealing with you when you're being wicked, then you a bastard and not a son. He don't claim you.
That's right.
Who you? He said, I never knew you, you worker of iniquity. The Most High and Yahweh Shai, they ain't playing with none of that nonsense. They're going to get you in order, get you right, or get you up out of here. They're going to get you in order, get you right, or get you up out of here. And that's what these children need. These children need people to get them in order and get them right. Read on that.
Con, verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, which corrected verses and Shalakia, which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?
And what?
Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?
And live, man. Right? Shall we not be subjection unto the Father of spirits? Who's the Father of spirits? Yahweh. Should we not be subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Because, of course, we had fathers in our life, right? And that's what's sad, because look, in the book of Hebrews, he's just assuming everybody has a father. We don't got that nowadays. We live it underneath them curses heavy. You see the difference, Ak?
Okay.
He's just assuming that
right.
we all have fathers, right? Some people ain't got that. That's why, of course, a congregation is important, a fellowship is important, brotherhood is important, sisterhood is important, right? Because let's say if a sister is not your sister wife, but if she's just your friend, at least, and you got children, you can still bring your children around a stable household, and so they can see what it's supposed to be like. And now you got extra people praying for a father, and the Most High gonna bless you with one too. So without that father, there's an instability. Because the verse said we all have fathers of the flesh who corrected us, and we gave them reverence. What are you giving them reverence for? Because their corrections made you a better person in the future. And you're supposed to be even more under subjection and obedient to the Father of spirits, which is the Most High. So get in them damn scriptures. God?
Con,
King, let's get verse 10.
verse 10. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 10. For they rarely, for a few days, chasten us after their own pleasure. But he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness.
Right. So he's saying that most fathers of the flesh, they want their children in order, because I'm not trying to have no embarrassment on my name. Right. Like a lot of our parents that would like check us, like, hey, you're not gonna embarrass me out here. Or if you was acting up, they'd be like, oh, wait till we get home, because you done embarrass me. So he's saying, like, a lot of the fathers of the flesh, they do things for their own pleasure, but the Most High God is the only being, an entity that purely just wants you to be good so you could be your best self. Because Yahweh don't need you. Yahweh don't need you. Yahweh don't need your praise. Yahweh don't need you. You need Yahweh. Yahweh does not need you, yo. The Most High don't need you. We need him.
That's right.
A lot of y'all got it twisted, man. Read verse 11, King Baba Kashah.
God, verse 11. Now, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby.
You see that? If you exercise in righteousness after being chastised, you are getting that fruit that you need to move on and become a better person, man. That fruit of righteousness. Even though when you was being chastised, it didn't feel good. It don't feel good when you're being chastised, when you're being corrected. It's uncomfortable. It could be annoying. It could be bothersome. It's definitely gonna hurt your pride, especially if you're grown getting chastised. Like, damn, I'm 27, I'm 37, I'm 45. Like, I'm getting corrected, but you need that. That correction is love, man. And especially if you're a child, you need to just shut your mouth.
That's right.
And take that correction, yo. Right? That's it on that, King.
God.
Right. Let me get wind it down. Let me get Second Esdras 9 and 22. Second Esdras 9 and 22.
God. This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 9, verse 22. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain.
Let the multitude perish that were born in vain, man. A lot of these children were born in vain, right? A lot of these children were born just off one night stands, that Hennessy to me, Hennessy and you, right? Right, that Casamigos, that, you know what I'm saying? That XO, that Patron got him in the zone.
That's right.
That purple haze, that rolling up in the paper plane, that grabber. A lot of these children were born in vain because it came out of also vanity. Ooh, I like it because she got a big booty, yo. Or I like it because she got beautiful eyes. Or oh, she know how to smile and make me laugh. It like vanity stuff, man. A lot of these females chose their man about how much money he make. Oh yeah, he a truck driver. Oh yeah, he get money off the block. Oh, I see he done came up off that stock market. Oh, I seen him. He got a strong following on the clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? A lot of vanity going on. So that's why your children are born in vain. Right? Read on.
Con. And let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
Right. But the ones that the Most High God sowed with a righteous seed, they're going to weather the storm and survive. But these evil, wicked children that was born out of vanity, they were born in vain because they're all going to die. Khan?
That's right.
Khan.
And let's get the account of 2 Kings. Get the count of 2 Kings chapter 2 and start at verse 20.
Con, this is the book of 2 Kings. You said chapter 20, verse, what was it again?
Chapter 2, verse 20.
22, verse 20?
Yeah, chapter 2 and verse 20.
Oh, chapter 2, Salakia.
1 Kings chapter 2 and verse 20.
Con. This is the book of 2 Kings.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 2, verse 20?
Con.
And he said, bring me a new cruse and put salt therein. And they brought it to him.
Right, read on.
Con. And he went forth unto the spring of the waters and cast the salt in there and said, thus saith the Lord, I have healed these waters. There shall not be from thence any more death or barren land.
Right, so this is Elijah healing the waters, saving the people, committing acts of powerful, right, powerful miracles in the name of Yahweh, right? This is Elijah doing the prophet's job. Read on.
Con. So the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elijah, which he spake.
Read.
And he went up from thence unto Bethel. And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him.
And did what?
Said unto him, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him.
Hold on.
And said unto him,
Hold on. Wait a minute. I gotta put some emphasis on it, right? Here he comes, right? After healing the waters, saving the people, making righteous acts and miracles in the name of Yahweh. Little badass children came and mocked him. And you know, mocking is just the first step, because that's what they did to the lady. They mocked her, talking about her ankles were ashy and how she moving slow and she's sickly, and they picking on her child. So the mocking comes before the abuse.
That's right.
The mocking comes before the abuse. So they're mocking the prophet of the Lord, and they think he probably just some withering old man or something, or a pushover, and they're being evil, right? So read it again from the top of verse 22.
Con. Salakia, real quick, just to give the definition of mock: tease or laugh at in a scornful or contemptuous manner. Tease or laugh at a scornful or contemptuous manner. So this is how serious that is. Salakia, I'm continue, King.
Con.
All right, so this is the book of 2 Kings, verse 2, or chapter 2, verse Salakia.
Start at verse 22.
Verse 22.
Read.
So the waters were healed unto this day, according to the saying of Elijah, which he spake. Verse 23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel. And as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him. and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head.
Read.
Verse 24. And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tear 40 and 2 children of them.
And turn out how much children?
And tear 40 and 2 children of them.
So 42 little badass children got demolished and ripped apart by 2 she-bears. That's a horror movie right there. That's an extensive, graphic, at least 2-hour horror movie. For 42 children to get killed by 2 she-bears, that's a horror movie right there. But they deserved it because they were wicked, they were mocking, they were abusive, and they were doing it to a man of the Lord, man. And who's to say, I'm not trying to add to scripture, but who's to say this is the first time they did something like this? This is probably something they were known for.
God.
So the Most High God used the prophet to judge them, man. All 42 of them ripped up. I remember there was a movie, Cocaine Bear. It had a bear on cocaine. It was based on a true story, too. Over here in Georgia, a bear got a hold of some cocaine and went crazy, started killing people. You heard of Cocaine Bear, but they was stripped up by the Holy Spirit Bear, man. By Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
That's right.
Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
Right? The Holy Spirit bears tore them up, and the she-bears too. So the she-bears put a whipping on them that their mama should have did.
Finish
it. Right?
That's right.
Good.
All right, that's it on that, man. That's just show you that, children get penalized in the Bible too, man. You can't be overly wicked, man, no matter what age you are. Cannot be overly wicked, man. All right, let me get this Revelation right quick.
You said Revelations
3 and 9, I believe.
Huh.
No, not Revelations 3 and 9. I said it wrong. Like 3 and 19.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 19. As many as I love, I rebuke, Shalakia. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent.
Right? As many as I love, I rebuke. So rebuke is love according to the Bible, man. So this whole lesson is just out of love. To let y'all know to keep y'all children in order. And as a nation, we need to keep our children in order with rebuke, correction, chastisement, right? That rod to the backside, all that good stuff, man.
That's right.
Kwame Sha'ala, we still got next, man. Let's close it out with Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, King.
Come. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
That's
for God.
That's it. That's it, man. Fear God, keep his commandments, because that is the whole duty of man. Fear God, y'all. Fear God. Respect the elders, right? Love thy neighbor as thyself. Honor thy mother and thy father, right? Have faith and submit to Hamashiach Yahushua, man. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments. That's the whole duty of man, y'all. All right, you got anything to add to it, Adna?
Say it again. Say it again.
Con, no, nothing, Deacon. Great class.
Kwame Ashala, y'all. Right?
Come on, Shala.
Kwame Ashala. Everybody close out, right? All praises go to the Most High, right? I want y'all to enjoy your new moon, Ashar Kadash Shirak. Kwame Ashala, we still got next, y'all. Shalom!
Shalom.
Go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go.
It's the end of times, tell me what you gonna do. Better think quick, cause the time is coming soon. Copping hand warmers and some chicken noodle soup. Acid rain, clear it out, it's gonna hit your body too. Niggas always talking, always walking up with tools. When the military come, they gon' be asking you for food. We in Babylon, it's all these crayon colors too. Tanks look like Megatron, the cars is really cool. Pop the 40, look up in the sky, see it's blue. See all the fire in the clouds, ain't nobody knew. Look around the places, all these faces looking new. Everybody shocked, but we already knew. Natural reaction from God, even if you wanted, you couldn't sue. All these nations gonna annihilate this nation, gonna be through. Martial law like Tekken, all these guns, they gonna be Drew. If you would read the Bible, we the ones that he gonna choose.
Go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go.
The heat gonna be fervent, hotter than an oven or a furnace. Flames source the earth melt, everything on surface. Fire bun, the red dragon and the daughter for the serpents. Ingredient was purchased. Pick up the Oppenheimer, he served his purpose. The nations that devoured us should eat up their old flesh. Watch your eyeballs dissolve, grotesque. Areola soap disrupts your protest. Hearing people scream, no, it's not a dream, not a dream. Nuclear war interrupts your live stream. Black Messiah who redeems. Some of his prophets gon' face the guillotine.
Go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go. Let them bombs go, 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 go.
House.